I happened to lie in my last video. So I think because I have contact with crazy energy, like pretend a lot narcissist. Recently, it was talking to Mr. Butthead this morning. That crazy energy then, causes me. It influences me to be not in my normally professionally high function. They're the ones who mess me up. Pretend a lot narcissist always messed me up. Anything that he touches turns to shit. Oh, I have money. What am I going to do with it? Oh, I'll just give it away. Yeah. Makes no sense. I mean, it's good to give money away when you have it. To people that really need it. And then you find out that they're pretend a lot narcissist or Mr. Butthead that I recently met. Don't help them out anymore. Help them out for a day, figure out who they are, and be like, yeah, your funds are cut. And I don't care if you're homeless. It doesn't matter to me. I lied because there was an artist that lived next door to me when my kids were small. Her and her husband moved. She did a little tiny bit of God's herb once a month. Amazing. I mean, not even once a week. Maybe every 2 weeks. She just do one hit. She's like, Tara, just one hit does it for me. Yeah, I don't touch it for a while. And I get high. And I'm high. Off of one hit of really good God's herb. Wow. That's the way to do. And I wouldn't even call God's herb a drug. It's a plant. You can smoke it. And I mean, that's really moderation. You can do a little bit more than that, but it's kind of known like every 4 days. You don't, you smoke not even a joint. I mean, you should have good God's herb. You never smoke joints because you want to save it, and you smoke out of a pipe so it stays longer. Okay, so you have it longer, and you can do the whole thing. You're supposed to keep it in your lungs and feel good, and you can even hold your breath and get a tiny bit high. My son taught me that. He was able to hold his breath for like 2 minutes. Longer than 2 minutes. Wow. I can't. Okay, but getting back to the artist. Lived next door to me. We both went to Pennsylvania School of Art and Design. Yeah, she was, I was just like, what? Because I'm a pothead. And I need it. I'm abused to death and I want to feel good. And for some reason I think, oh, this is going to be my savior. Pot, yeah. I'm a pothead, yeah. So, wow. One lady who did that in moderation. And I have to say that I successfully drank when my husband was in the hospital, and that was approximately 2 years ago that I stayed with my stimulus check. I stayed in a hotel, and I was able to successfully, drink and not overdrink. Just it was okay. I was not, didn't get drunk whatsoever at all. I mean, I drank in moderation, if you will. But actually not. I mean, I just know my limit. I was able to down a beer and then stop. And just do a little more or whatever, but that was I knew what I was doing. So that is moderation. Just, wow. Rachel Ray drank 2 beers. She was able to clean up her whole do our chores. Oh yeah, just drink 2 beers. Probably need 3 of her little 12-ounce cans of beer. But I love to drink, what I didn't have in a million years. Really good stuff. The brown syrupy beer. It was, I don't forget it. What's it called? Sad. I had a really, really sad life. Yeah, it's okay to drink, in moderation if you know what you're doing. It's definitely okay to smoke God's herb in moderation. You know what you're doing. I don't even think there's cocaine out there in the world today, but you could do that in moderation. I actually did, because I had a stingy boyfriend that was a coke dealer way back in 1988. And he was a really, he cheated with me with his girlfriend the whole time. And didn't tell me about it. It's like, well, at least can you tell me that when you drop me off from work, you're with her? No. But, yeah. Okay. There's a TV show, Forget Kevin, it's the other word. So at any rate, I did, one line in 1988 in his van. I never forgot that, because it was real cocaine. And there's nothing wrong with that, so I would have to say, way back then, in moderation, the stingy meanie, and that's not being stingy. I'm like, wow, I was high for an hour, so that's all I needed. So, it's good that he was stingy with me with his cocaine. All my boyfriends are stingy with me with their drugs. Especially Glenn with his crack. I gave you 2 bumps, isn't that enough? Well, he does, bags and bags. He does his $200 worth. And, yeah. It used to be $300, and then he had to cut back because the room cost $100 more. That's my sad, sad life. Now, why was I forced to stay with him? Because of Ahmed's dying in 2006. So I'm not going to be around. That blocked me. 2006. I was beaten up to death by being thrown against the wall. Strangled, pulled my hair, threw me down on the ground, sat on me, pushed me, shoved me, hit me. But the main abuse was violently throwing me up against the wall. Okay, that could have killed me with a big, huge bruise behind my head. So, that caused a major block in my mind to never go over to the house. I mean, I don't understand what people don't get. Like, here, I'm going through PTSD from, wow, this is what happened to me when I was a little kid. All the time. And it was happening to me as an adult. So I got post-traumatic stress disorder right then and there. 2006, the entire year. So I'm being thrown up against the wall. Okay. The whole year. And that blocked me from going into that house. It's like, oh, I don't feel safe at all in the house. It's just from that whole year's abuse. Okay. Then naturally, I'm mentally blocked, to feel safe walking in that house. Because of childhood trauma and being an adult. I was thrown into fuck you, throw me into the oven. Fuck you, throw me into the sink. Fuck you, throw me into the refrigerator, into the wall, in the kitchen. Awful year, 2006. Beat up all the time. Awful year, 2020. 5 months of being beaten up all the time? At Four Seasons? I mean, 5 months straight. 5 months straight. Late husband, of course. I always say that. So, yeah, that blocked me, so I stayed with Glenn, who did a little bit of crack every month with his check. I mean, so he wasn't, you couldn't say he was like a drug addict, like, he stole, he had to do it every week, like Mr. Butthead, seems to me, does every week. He does it, he did it every, once a month. But, I mean, see, I don't understand why he didn't get sick of that. Okay. Why wouldn't you get sick of that? Like, oh my god, I have nothing. Oh my god, and now I have to go out and collect cans and, to try to get a little buzz from a beer. I mean, how boring and horrible of a life Glenn had here in Leicester. But he chose it. I mean, why not suffer doing no drugs at all for 4 months and save up and buy a computer with your money? I mean, wow, just, add that up. $200, $400, $600, $800. Buy something that you can use. Do something productive, progressive, instead of not doing anything at all. Being in a bad mood. Oh wow, I'm high for 2 days out of the month, and then the rest of his whole month sucked. Took me out to eat. Got high too. That was his, life in Leicester. And people made fun of him. I mean, the only person he ever hurt was me. And nobody ever cared about me in Leicester, so I don't know, why are you making fun of Glenn? Like, I really don't get this place. I never ever got Leicester at all. I don't feel like calling up Mr. Butthead. What am I gonna say to him? And then his phone didn't work right anyway. God, I could be assertive and tell him the truth. Let's see. I apologize. I do not do drugs. Okay. And I can't be around a person who is a drug addict. That would be very assertive. There's something wrong with me that I'm not assertive. Like, it's from being abused to death most of my life. And it's from my dad's that way. A backstabber, but I'm not. Yeah, I guess I am. Like, I'm talking behind Mr. Butthead's back. So, yeah, I'm kind of backstabbing him right now. Okay. Okay, I picked up that bad habit from my dad and pretend about narcissists. He had 2 really, really bad influences, and my mom. 3 really extremely bad influences in my life. It's bad to talk behind other people's back. I shouldn't have talked behind Mr. Butthead's back. I should have just been assertive. You think you're gonna take her away with your money and your cocaine for some... Doesn't have any money, doesn't have a place. And all the cocaine, I'll tell you what, it's probably all his. It's probably not real, and it's all his.